Good morning, everybody.
Good morning. Welcome back.
Welcome to the shit show.
Sorry about the.
Name our show the shit show.
I like that. I think it's already taken.
Probably so.
We'd have to do it the stock shit show. The ES shit show. We'd have to put something before it.
Hope all three of you having a fantastic day this morning.
Yeah, we are just ripping up, man.
Yeah, I told you. I mean, I started to hold the 6,500. Like, nah, you know what? Maybe it won't get there, but yeah, it's probably gonna get there.
I mean, it is. I gotta do anchored view app. I forgot that.
I've already got mine. I forgot. Sorry, I didn't remind you.
No, you're good. I mean, this thing's on a vengeance.
Yeah, it is on a move to 6,500. Was not. I'm gonna tell you, 6,500 was not on my bingo card this week.
Yeah, no, it's moving around. You got Tesla almost 350, 347.
Ooh, I sold some Tesla calls yesterday.
Oh, nice.
Should have waited and sold them today.
Yeah. What's your strike?
Oh, I sold the 350s.
Okay. Yeah.
I made good money on them, so I mean, if I sell out 350, right. So it's okay. I think I hit their peak yesterday afternoon, or yesterday.
Okay.
The one that surprised me, I can't believe I'm still in, that I bought just for earnings because I wanted to buy shares, is damn Google. I am now $1,500 up in my Google position, counting my
nice.
All I sold. So I was like, okay, well, you know, whatever works, right?
Yeah, the AI company Perplexity yesterday offered them $36 billion for Chrome.
Oh.
And everybody was like, okay, that's like nothing for Chrome. But it also it got people started evaluating, well, how much is Chrome worth? And they're like, oh my gosh, we need to buy more Google.
Chrome, I mean, Chrome is I'm not a fan of Chrome, but yeah, I see the value in Chrome.
Oh yeah.
Speaking of Chrome, one of my first personal computers was a
Chromebook.
Yeah, it was horrible.
Yeah, they were meant for very limited browser.
Yeah, I ended up giving it to my son. He's like, "Oh, thanks." And then eventually he's like, "Hey, can I get a new computer for birthday?" Sure, buddy. With this Chrome along there, 6,500. Hey, crazy. Orders are moving up to 6,505 now. Well, Roy, if I'd have held, I'd have had $200 on 5 lots. So there's that. Que sera. You know, you keep thinking, hey, we've got to have a pretty decent pullback here at some point, right? I mean, I kind of thought that yesterday. Yeah. I know one thing. I'm not going to short this damn market.
No. UNH 268.30, by the way.
What is?
UNH.
Oh. Yeah, I'm not. we had this conversation before. I'm not trading that. I don't like that company.
Yeah.
I think they are a shit company, so I'm gonna stay away from them.
Yeah.
I do
that earning.
Is Buffett going to announce to squeeze in? Because it comes out today or tomorrow?
I think it's tomorrow, Thursday. Yeah. I mean, it fits all
the Buffett. I would still be surprised if it's United Healthcare. Might be.
Yeah, I mean, it fits all of his metrics. It ain't Palantir, I can tell you that. That does not fit them. There are some people on Twitter saying it was Palantir. It's like, I don't think it's going to be Palantir.
Does Buffett have a history of getting into shitty companies like that? I thought he usually picked pretty solid.
Right, they're more stable, fundamentally sound, not over leveraged. Yeah. He doesn't do the Palantirs.
Oh, no, Palantir, no. I mean,
Not that it's bad. It's just not his style.
that's why I don't think United Healthcare is 100% his style. I mean, it could be, like I said, it could be United Healthcare, but
UNH is squeezing right now, man. It's almost 270.
well, that's because everybody thinks that it is that Buffett has bought it, sure. And we've played this game before. I don't know. It was a few years ago when they were talking. I think it was at Tesla before they got added to the SP500. When the big deal was, is Tesla going to get added to the SP500? And it went like 3 times where Tesla was not the one they added, and everybody kept thinking it was Tesla. And then finally, when everybody gave up, it was Tesla.
Yeah.
It's usually so like when that, it's usually some company you're like, whoa, that was a curveball. I guess Coin was kind of expected though, right? When Coin got added, wasn't they expected?
Yeah, they were. That was my heyday of buying Coin every second I could.
Yeah, you should have just stayed with the Coin theme. You got pretty good on it.
Yeah, I was venture off the path for some reason.
You're outside influenced.
Always.
Aren't we all to a point, right?
Yeah.
But to say that, I mean, Coin is just, I haven't even looked at Coin lately.
Well, blue chip and crypto, and then the stable coins really just blasted it way higher.
Oh, we're gonna stay outside. I was trying to get to my streamer. Go to your I don't know if this thing's gonna load or not because it says streamer load because I'm streaming, so it might not actually load up. Takes trades is so weird.
I got caught in an offering last night. Well, TSSI got me.
I saw that.
But I have December calls. But I don't like getting caught in an offering. My other nuclear play, ASPI.
Typically, if it's a good company, it's going to pop right back up anyway.
Yeah. They're good. They're showing growth and they're in the right spot. It's just they announced an offering and these ass clowns said, no, we don't know what type of offering, how much it is, and how much it's for.
That's never good.
Never good.
You want to say, hey, it's a shelf offering at this price to these people and done.
Yeah.
Like $500 on the combine. This is my pitfall of taking the money and run or going for more. Take the money and run, Harry. Lock that 500 in the combine and call it a day is what I say.
Yeah. Whew.
I'm giving you the anti-advice of what we typically do. Oh, come on back down a little. Come on down, test this 8 and see if we get any bounce off of it.
So for the man,
this thing is eating through some orders to the downside, Roy.
Yeah. Well, it got its print.
Look at this damn CVD. My gosh. I don't know how it was staying above 10,000 there with that massive sell-off. I say massive, and we're down 6-7 points. But we are looking like we might be holding here. So I don't mind taking a chance. See if we can get back up to the high day. This is a test account I'm trading this in. I'm trying to get 250Ks passed over here. I think I'm going to start trying to build those up, Roy, those 50Ks.
Yeah.
Get a little more.
I keep going back and forth of how I want to handle this futures moving forward. I've got a trading bot running now where our candle by candle strategy. Made $400 last night, which is cool.
Heck yeah.
If this is a big red candle, it could technically create a short signal, which would terrify me.
The way Tide is acting right this second, I don't hate it.
Yeah.
Because your call premium is coming down. Volume is starting to tick back up, though. So you got to be careful here if you do want to short. CBD did come back about 1,000 points. So
Seems like you're getting these dips in the morning and they're just pushing it all up.
well, that's what we're banking on because I'm in a long at 46, so we're a little over $50 up on it right now with 5 lots. I'm trying to get it to. Honestly, I probably should move to 6,500, but I got my take profit at 62. They give me $150. That'll put me 250 up on the day if it goes there. So it's a nuts, right?
Yeah, man.
Oh man, Sandy, 649, 64 to 99 target number 2 hit. Exact, I bet he's gonna say if I was digging into it. His exact levels yesterday were so far off it pissed me off. Like he almost got.
Hey, he should work at the BLS.
As posted nonstop, we did the work Monday. We waited patiently, built structure, saw fell close, trap 64 with 2. Well, I thought it was 63.80 something yesterday. I see why there's a Reddit page just making fun of him.
Yeah.
Because he's always right.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna tell you guys, it's easy to be right, hindsight. Now he puts his stuff out there, but I also notice he gives enough signals that if one of them hits, it's exact and perfect. And like, okay, well, how about the 3 other ones that came crashing through to get there? But CBD's coming back more. Tide is kind of chilling. General market tide is coming back. Market kind of went with general market tide yesterday, by the way. We have those days where general market tide controls everything, and then we have those days where SPY tide controls everything. Yesterday was a general market tide day. So I will give Leg credit. He is right 1/10 of the time anyway.
Yeah. Eventually. Everybody is, right? I mean, that's why I'm able to stream. We are getting no traction on this whole stream today.
No.
But there is really nothing on the news docket.
I'm going to tell you, I love you guys, but if we don't start picking up some more traffic flow here, it's probably going to be about time to call the stream.
Well,
I have no problem talking, but when we're talking we probably right now we've got 1 real person and 3 bots, more than likely.
Yeah.
That's not great. This thing could come back.
Anchored VWAP.
Yeah. You got your SPY tide done, so I'm going to probably take an L on this trade unless I can get a little bounce up here. If it would give me another 6,500 test, that would be great. That would be fantastic. But Tide is just, ooh. You got your call premiums are going straight down, volume coming down. I'll turn a little sideways here, so we could see a little bounce maybe, but I don't know where it would go to. You got more orders. Orders are more stacked to the downside than they are upside right now, but that doesn't always mean anything either.
Yeah, could trickle its way down to that 90-50 range, 91. Find a little support.
Yeah. It could take support off 14 right here, which came down and touched to the penny. Touched exact. That's why we do the stream, Roy. Need to say dumbass shit.
Yeah.
And move orders down, which I don't like. If we break below 90, I'm gonna cut this thing. But like I said, if we get back to like 97, a little move back up 97, that would actually be out green. So we've got the little room to play with here. Just don't want it to nosedive on us. You have Trump making announcements today. Who knows what the hell that's going to be? It just says Trump makes announcements. It's either we're I don't know. I don't even want to guess anymore. I see. What's that? Financial lot. You know, the guy that the sky is always falling.
Yeah.
That guy.
Yeah.
That guy there. That guy is just everything is just he is anti everything. Like he's an equal anti hater. He's the one that put on there. So if you're an Indian, just unfollow me. Like, okay. But I guess there was something saying that Trump is considering sending the National Guard of New York and Chicago too.
Yeah.
And you see, he's taking over these larger cities, blah, blah, blah.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I mean, if we look, I'm not trying to make an excuse for sending the National Guard anywhere, but he's picking the worst of the worst, where the crime is the worst. So Chicago has been one of those cities that has not been able to get crime under control. If you notice, a lot of these places where, like D.C., you know, they defunded their police.
Mm-hmm.
Which I don't understand why you think that's a great idea.
Yeah.
I never understood the defund thing, like that bandwagon. Like, hey, let's defund the police. And people get behind it. And like, okay, why?
Right.
What's our outcome? Like, what's the ultimate goal here?
I mean, I don't really like the defunding police movement. But on the other end, I don't like the National Guard being used as like a political theater a bit. I mean, just in May, Trump was saying how good the crime rate was in DC. And then
I meant to send you a Twitter
it's
video.
now Baghdad.
There's a guy that lives there, and his front door camera has picked up all this stuff that's been going on. Holy shit. I'm like, dude, how do you live there? Like,
yeah,
there was a murder in his front yard like 2 nights ago. To set a kind of backstory, he's a white guy that lives in a black neighborhood. They have painted racial slurs on his house. They throw rocks through his windows like every other day. And he calls the police, and they don't, like, half the time they don't even come out and take a report. And you're like, when did we get? And their defense, they said they don't have enough people to. They're working on so much other stuff. They don't have enough to do it. Like, that's sad that we're there.
Right. Yeah.
Dirty Harris, these people have never ridden through Memphis. Roy, I've told you this. It's a cesspool right now. One of the most iconic streets in America, and you don't even feel safe going there.
Yeah. Well, Memphis has always been kind of up there.
No, it's horrible. Like, you got, and I'm not throwing this out there to be racial. You got thugs that they ride ATVs up and down the interstate, like in just mobs of them. And they vandalize shit and they tear shit up. And it's like they just pick and choose who they're going to, not them, the police, like where they're going to actually respond to. Now, you get on the interstate and you speed, you're going to get a ticket. But if you get passed by a guy on an ATV, fair game. And I just got, I actually added to that long. So I got out. Okay. I'm 234 up right now. So
nice.
I want to get the goal on that account today is $600 because I'm trying to pass it in 5 days. If I don't, it's okay. I'm not going to do stupid shit and go negative, but
right.
We took a little chance there by adding to that long, but it worked out. I felt it. I was watching Bookmap and I saw the levels, and the levels down low started moving back up. So that kind of gave me enough move to get back in it, add a little to it, and luckily I didn't try to hold it all the way up to 6,500 because it's coming back down now. So I took my profit.
Yeah, I'll say as far as the topics with Trump, the thing that the press conference itself is an interesting case study in the old Trumponomics or Trump administration is, they mention how bad it is, and there's no problem with that, and you can show out the stats and do whatever narrative you need to say that justifies it. But then you get Kash Patel come up there and say how under this administration and the FBI, the murder rate nationwide is at its lowest it's ever been. So it's kind of like, again, I don't really like the National Guard getting deployed if it's not a state of, that we can all agree that National Guard being deployed is one of those moments where it's like shit is really gone down and it's completely not able to be controlled. And I don't live in DC, so I cannot speak single-handedly, but it does not seem to be to the level that Army people need to become. Just in the first day, you had 32 arrests, and they're all minor offenses. So it's like,
what? Well, hold on. Did I not see there was like 3 arrests for murder? Like there was some major stuff in there too.
Yes, but is it to the level that the National Guard needed to get into? People get arrested, three murder arrests in a population of 700,000 people. Is that needed for the Army? What I'm saying is this a spot for the Army to step in?
From my understanding, from going back and looking at what the crime actually is over there, where people do not even feel safe like going to work because they're getting carjacked in their driveway. And look, I'm speaking, and Dirty Harry can back me up here. This is what they're seeing in Memphis too.
Mm-hmm.
And the more I dug into it, the more it sounded just like Memphis with the. People are literally going to their car in the morning to go to work, and they're getting beaten in their cars taken in their driveway multiple times. And the police cannot keep up with what's going on there. It's just.
Look,
I think it was needed. I told you, I don't bring the National Guard to fucking Memphis. They need to come to Memphis. Protect Bill Street at all costs, because I'm telling you from experience, you take one turn wrong on Bill Street and you're getting jacked and robbed and probably murdered.
Yes, and I'm not denying that those areas in every city, small, big, or large, exist. I was walking downtown Chicago at 3 a.m. and felt completely safe. But if I took the wrong turn in the wrong neighborhood at 3 a.m., I don't feel very safe. When I visited New York, I was out till all hours of the night. I had no problems, no fear, me and my wife walking and hanging out. I go to do that in Harlem, probably a problem, right? So I think there's always areas.
You're racially profiling now by saying Harlem.
Well, that is the highest crime site. So you get there's spots like that across every city, and I think we can always cherry pick reasons for coming in. I'm not denying the Memphis thing. I'm not denying Washington D.C. thing. My say is, at what point is there jurisdiction for the National Guard to get called at this port? I don't. I think it's a power grab, and the fact that they're at the National Mall too. It's like, come on, dude. This is.
Have you been to a mall lately?
Well, no, sorry, the National Mall is like the monuments and all that shit.
I'm just talking about a mall in general. Have you been to a mall in general lately?
Yeah,
Memphis has had to pretty much close all their stores in the malls because of these smash and grabs.
yeah. I mean, my buddy got shot outside of a mall in Montgomery, and it's always pissed me off. But
speaking of a place where the damn National Guard needs to go is Montgomery.
Yes, and again, I don't disagree. I just think that if you start to police states in a certain way, it just sets a very dangerous precedent. And also, my opinion, are these people trained properly to do more of citizens?
All right, so devil's advocate here. Think back to the 60s. You had National Guard. National Guard came to Oxford. National Guard was in Memphis. National Guard was in the South. National Guard was pretty much in the South.
Yes.
It was. I'm trying to think of a word where this doesn't sound like it's not. I might just need to shut up. With everything that was going on, and of course, we had the civil rights movements, and everything that happened to those guys was horrible. Yeah. I mean, it's just. I think we can all agree that America was a different place back then. I get that, but also you're seeing a lot of that same stuff, Roy, in these bigger cities. Like, look at Cincinnati, where they had the guy. Now, the white guy, he was stupid and slapped a black guy. I guess they made a comment about his girl or something. I don't know. But then he was jumped by all the rest of these other black guys because he was white, and they're screaming, white boy this, cracker, shit like that. Do you think, like, if we start having more stuff like that, do you think it's okay for the National Guard to come in and hold support? What are you doing with your coat hanger there? That is very strange. I'm seeing you with a coat hanger.
I'm cutting. I've got an itch that I can't scratch very well because I bite my nails. So I take this coat hanger. It's my son's, and that's how I scratch my hand. A little coat tip for you. You get these little cheap things. They have little plastic things. Well, I think there's layers to this, right? So if the I don't think the National Guard should be deployed unless it's an actual chaotic event. For example, when those protesters get into a complete looting moment where it's completely uncontrollable for the city to function, I think the National Guard gets deployed. But I don't look. If you're 2,000 miles away from a space, how do you really know what's going on until it's being reported? So if the police request it, I think you should look into doing it. But if the police don't request it, at what point do you trust them and do you don't trust them? Right? This is where the disconnect is. Is it? And not trying to be political by any stretch, but some of this stuff can seem very political, that you're targeting places that may not align with you politically. And it's starting to get to a point, in my opinion, that people are creating double standards for a lot of different things, and based on a political affiliation, kind of kiss the ring kind of mentality. And I don't like where this is headed. I just say that, I feel that the people are looking at citizens within the country as enemies of the state, and we are not at all a united front, and we don't have leadership that is uniting us on both sides, and that bothers the shit. George W. Bush, when 9/11 happened, he brought the country together. He reached out to Hillary Clinton. They worked together. I mean, there was a unified thing. I feel like
go back and look, and I'm in your side on this, but go back and look. So why was George W. able to unify the country? Because George W. was more middle road than.
Yeah, he was.
He could reach both. He could.
He didn't campaign on the graveyard of somebody else, right? He didn't campaign that the other side is the wicked witch of the West. He campaigned on.
Did he? Did he not? I mean, he campaigned on finishing his dad's war, which he got in and did it. It took 9/11 to do it, but he did it.
He campaigned on a policy-driven thing, and at the end of it, he was your stereotypical conservative, last of their kind president, right? That was back when there was respect amongst all parties.
I'm gonna tell you, W gets a bad rap. He's one of my favorite presidents ever, and it's probably got a lot to do with his partying beforehand, because broke it out and drinking out outsnort anybody in this room or wherever we're at. But I think he was the best of the Bush brothers, the ones that all ran. I didn't like his brother at all. I did like George W., but his brother, that was down in your land, right? When he, Florida guy.
Yeah, Florida. Yeah,
Jeb. I liked Jeb when he first came out, but the more you heard Jeb took, the more wishy-washy Jeb was.
Yeah.
Jeb would say whatever the crowd in front of him wanted to hear. What it ended up being with Jeb. Like, okay.
Yeah.
To W's credit, if he said it, by God, he was sticking by it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I mean, can you get any better? That he's got a few iconic moments. One, the shoe throwing. When he just smiled at dude when he threw him that shoe was fantastic. And then when he's on the golf course and he says, "We're going to track these terrorists down at all costs. Now watch me hit this bomb," and goes and just hits a straight drive right down the middle. That is fantastic. I love that. Like, we don't have that anymore, right? That's gone.
Yeah.
The old school presidents we had back then. And we might can get back to some of it eventually, but right now, social media's got everything so fucking loud on both sides. No matter what you do, it's either everybody's 100% behind you or 100% against you. And the middle people are the ones that be quiet and sit back and like, oh, okay. But then they get swayed because you feel bad, and the people that are so far over the other make you feel bad for feeling the way you feel, right?
Right, exactly.
That's why I don't give a shit what anybody thinks. I do what I want to do, and I vote how I want to vote, and I don't really care what everybody else thinks about it. If you don't like it, I'm sorry. I don't go out there and advertise it like, hey, this is, blah, blah, blah. But I just remember that was the first president that I actually got behind. And Roy, you know me, I'm a sports guy. Mm-hmm. And when I could put politics and sports together, like it was like your team and I loved it. Right.
Yeah.
I probably would have got into some kind of political role, but then you get back to the shit of it and you realize you don't want to have anything to do with that political role because it sucks.
Yeah. No, it's especially now. I mean, if you pledge allegiance to one side and campaign on that one side, you've got 50% of the country that already forms an opinion on you just based on that little letter.
Here's what gets me: your local elections, right? So used to be on the ballot, you had to run Democratic, because if you ran Republican, you weren't even going to get on the ballot, right?
Yeah.
So all these people ran as Democrats, and I think a lot of Democrats took that for, hey, these are all Democrats, when probably 90% of the people that were running were not. They just had to be Democrat to run on a ticket, right?
Right.
And now you're seeing you're seeing a lot more Republican independents on the tickets now than, because they can, because they're power, like there's the majority there, right? And especially like where I'm at. It's just crazy to look where politics and where the country and everything changes. And I think social media is one of the things that changed this for the worse, right?
Yeah.
I hate the way we've gone down this rabbit hole of social media where everybody is out to get you. Everybody is bad. Nobody is good. We all suck. Right. Like, if you don't agree with me, by gosh, you should die. Like, when did we get there?
Yeah.
And I've actually seen people, now you see it more with the people that are the far left, who come out with like, if you're a MAGA, I hope you die. I hope you like, why? because we have a different political view. You want people to die. And look, I'm not a MAGA.
Yeah.
I'll be honest, I'm a registered Republican. I vote Republican, but I'm not a one person guy. Like, and I think the MAGA people, like the ones that are truly like Trump is the only savior, Trump's the only person who can save this country. No bullshit. I think if I wanted Ron DeSantis to get the nomination. I think he would have made a fantastic president because you got somebody that is, and Roy, you live there in Florida. You know about DeSantis. But I think DeSantis is a guy who he tells you what he thinks, you know where he stands, and it's not a lot of this other bullshit that goes with it. Am I right or wrong with that? He's pretty straightforward on what he believes, how he believes. Where a lot of people always know where, and this is no offense if you are a Trump supporter, fine. I will not hate you for whoever you voted for. I promise you that.
Right.
But you have a lot of Trump people that, I mean, Trump does a lot of back and forth. Let's talk about the taco trade, right?
Yeah.
It's taco deals. I mean, he does it over and over again. And I mean, I guess he's being what he is, because if you look at the art of the deal, hell, everything he does in the art of the deal that's the book. I mean, he literally wrote the book on it, and he's doing it right here in front of us. I don't know why we should be surprised when he does something different, right? I mean, he literally wrote the book on it, right?
Yeah.
On what he's doing. So I don't know. It's hard for me to align with anybody on the left anymore because they're so far left, and I don't agree with a lot of stuff that they are diehard about. I don't agree that we need more government. I don't agree we need more welfare. I don't agree there should be no limits on welfare and how we help people. And I'm $350 up while I'm sitting here ranting, just so you know. So
that's good. Keep going.
Banging out trades and going on a rant here. Let's talk about viral moment. Let's go viral, this bitch. Let's do it. Let me say some real controversial shit. Y'all hold on a second.
I would say that both sides have really lost their way quite a bit. And I mean, the Republican Party was always the party with smaller government, and you're kind of seeing bigger government in play, especially in the free markets here.
I don't
so
like
it's like it's a shift that I don't know what's happening, right?
I do like the thing with the little tax with NVIDIA and AMD and them on these Chinese things. I found out how they got around the loophole, Roy.
Well, it's because AMD and NVIDIA offered it, right?
No. You can actually put a sales tax on. It's a sales tax.
Oh, because it's the revenue.
There is room with sales tax. Yes, there's a venue through there with sales tax. It's legal. It will probably end up getting. And look, if the Democrats come out and they hate it now, it's stupid because they've been trying to get this done for the last 10, 15 years and haven't been able to do it. And whoever, and I'm not saying it's Trump, but whoever in his administration came up, it's like, hey, this is an everyday sales tax. You can actually put a sales tax on it with this, and it's legal. And he did it, and now everybody's like, whoa, why didn't I think about it? There's some other shit that went in there with it, right? That made it where you could legally put the sales tax on it. But it's basically a sales tax that they actually, it's opening a door. And I don't know if it's a good door or a bad door, right? But it's opening a door for exports to have sales tax added to them at the export.
Yeah. Yes. I mean, wasn't that the whole damn Tea Party thing?
Do what?
Wasn't that the whole Tea Party? Was they were adding the tax on the?
Well, the whole Tea Party thing was a lot of shit. It was all the tax. Yeah, it was. Look, I still believe, and I get like people like, oh, you can't really believe it. I still believe taxation stuff.
Yeah.
I know we have to pay taxes on stuff, but if you look how many times $1 is taxed that you get. So you're paying paying all your taxes, your federal, if you have a state, your state. Even if you don't have a state, you're still paying Social Security, Medicaid, Medicare, whatever, all that through that $1. So when you get that $1, depends on where you're at, you're making either 80 to 65 cents if you're keeping of that dollar, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then you go buy a house. Well, they're going to tax that dollar when you buy that house. So that let's just use the 35%. So you got 65 cents left. So they tax 5% there. So that dollar is only 60%. So 60 cents. Well, you get a vehicle, you're taxing that vehicle. So now that dollar is 55 cents. You go buy a tag every year, you're still paying a tax on that tag. So now that 55 cents is, let's say, 52 cents. I went down a rabbit hole, Roy. I didn't share it with anybody because it was a lot. But the average middle class American keeps about 28 cents of every dollar.
Wow.
Now, when you make a dollar, what does that feel like now? Okay, I make pretty much 28 cents. Everybody in here is pretty much middle class, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
So we all made 28 cents. And look, if you're a little higher, right part of the middle class, that 28 cents goes down to like 23. And if you're a little lower, that 28 goes to like 31. So it's not. Don't go down that rabbit hole because you'll be depressed when you look at your bank account. You're like, fuck, I got this. No, I don't. I have a quarter of what I think I got.
Yeah.
It's very sad. And you look, a dollar is taxed so many times. And big government, and both sides. I don't understand what we're doing with the debt ceiling we got now. How we're adding so much debt, but we're taking in so much revenue. Like, how are we offsetting that bad? Like, how are we that far off? Because if you remember, the reason a lot of people wanted Trump because he's an outsider.
Right. I just think there's a lot of red flags a bit on the overreach of government here lately in these policies. And I think if you're a true, fiscal conservative, you got to be a bit appalled at what's happening. If for big government or small government, you've got to be a bit appalled at the overreach. I mean, even the Intel saying that a private company CEO basically forcing the guy to make a trip to the White House, and then all of a sudden he's good. I mean, the Apple giving the gift of the $1 million gift of the gold and glass to him, and then all of a sudden they're exempt. We're just dropping.
Yeah, I got I'm 407.50 now.
Boom. I mean, this
is where I told you to call it out, wasn't it? I'm not actually in trade right now, but I think we could see 75 here pretty soon.
Yeah, I just don't like the gaslighting. You know me, I've been saying that forever. I don't like the gaslighting. Like this BLS data stuff, I mean, it messes with our whole world here. What is data? What is even accurate at this point? And
yeah, well, I mean, if we're smart, we know that what are we getting this data anyway, right? Are we getting true data? We see the what's the word I'm looking for? The
revisions.
Well, when they change them, what am I looking for here? When they come out with the revisions, right?
Revisions, yeah.
We're seeing it so far off from where the original was. You're like, what? I mean, so on the data we're getting now, are we getting anything close to good data right now? Anyway, we don't know, right?
Yeah, well,
because it's changed. Like they come back. Oh, well, we left out these, jobless claims. We left out 1.2 million last time. Sorry.
No. That's not how it works. Though that's not how it works. The data sample just grows.
I know how it works. Yeah, I'm with you, but you see what I'm saying? Like
they're not changing the data. The data just updates with the data sample that's increased. So the change in the 70% was, let's say, 200,000 jobs, and then as the remaining 30% comes in, that changed.
But why are we reporting without all data, and
Because
how come we're not
there's
getting
no,
everything?
you're relying on the private industry to fill out those surveys.
I
So
know
you're gonna
that's
have
my
this
point.
delay in this thing. But
I
what
get
I'm
it.
saying, that's not the BLS's. That's what it. It's not the BLS's fault if a private industry doesn't do it. You have to figure out some way to incentivize it. Or you've got to, if you do it every quarter, it's catastrophe because it cuts both ways. If you get a bad jobs report, we got to wait 3 months to get an update.
Oh, I get it. I get it. No, I get that.
And
but also, I think we got to find a way to send out accurate data because we now, like the average American, gives zero shits about the unemployment rate, right? They're just looking like, oh, I mean, we should be whatever, blah, blah, blah. We care because it affects this, what we're in. We could lose or win everything because of one report that comes out. And if we're in it the right way, it's fantastic. In the wrong way, well, we're screwed, right? But there's got to be a way to get the correct data without having to revise it every time. I get a revision. And look, last time everybody freaked out with this revision we had. They're like, oh my gosh, it's so far off. I'm like, do y'all not remember the last time it was way so far off too? Like, we forget. History keeps repeating itself with it. Now, I don't think quarterly is the right way to go with it. I think we need to have monthly data, but there's got to be a way to get accurate data coming in.
That I think we can all agree on. But when the president comes out and fires the head and says it's political or say they're inept, and then hires a partisan-based head and does not work with the person that was there on how to improve the data, that makes you question, do they actually want the data out?
No, they don't want the data out. I mean, we already knew that, right?
Yeah. And so it's like, how do you even now trust
the data however we want to spend it? I get that. Both sides, both ways do it. I mean,
exactly.
hell, you
that is both sides. Yes.
The Biden administration, they were the ones that started they're the first ones that changed how we look at inflation. They took shit out, right? Like, hey, we're going. I'm not saying it's them, you know what I'm saying? During their administration, hey, we're going to change the way we do this. We'll take energy out.
Recession. They tried to change the definition of a recession. Yes.
Well, they tried it, and they changed. If you look at from what goes into like CPI and stuff, everything's not the same as it was 5 years ago.
Yes, they did. They did a revision of how, because they created super core CPI, and they
tried to make it look better, so people didn't feel like inflation was as bad as it was when inflation was still as bad as it was. They're like, we're going to change how we look at it, right? We're going to change how we look at it, and that's always the tool. That's always the one like, whoa, why are we changing how we look at it? And they did try to. Right. They tried to go to the dictionary and change the damn definition of recession. Like,
right.
That's about as. I don't think I've ever seen any government try to go after a damn word in the dictionary.
Yeah, I mean that I told you when it happened that bothered me a lot. And then, I also didn't like the gaslighting of, oh, we've created this many jobs and all that stuff. I'm like, well, dude, come on, you're coming off of COVID. The changes from that year based on this year, you're going to have boosted numbers. So I don't like the gaslighting. I don't.
How much
from either side.
Yeah. But here's where we're at. We're going to have it, right? So how do we deal with it so we're better and we know what we're doing?
Well, it'll be interesting in Jackson Hole if Powell references it and basically says, if data comes out quarterly, I can't make my decision without the data.
Are they going? I'm assuming the Fed still get the data, no matter if we don't get it or not, right? They have something. They know something. They know what's
I don't know. I mean, they get a prelim of it before it's released, but that's all. That's what he had said at an FOMC. He gets if the jobs data is close enough to an FOMC decision, he'll get a preliminary report. But I'll be very interested in Powell next week at Jackson Hole. If he
that's a swan song at Jackson Hole too, isn't it?
Yeah. And no rate cut decisions are next week, so it's just for him to, that one that was like 8 minutes long is still like an all-timer.
Oh, when he killed everything?
Oh, yeah.
It is crazy. It's not just him. You got a couple people. You got him. You got Trump. That's probably the extent they can move the market the way they can. But both those guys have a damn. I mean, they've got so much financial shit right at the tip of their fingers where they could make or break everybody any second. Both of them. I mean, shit. And we've been on the bad side of it and the good side of it, right?
Yeah. Definitely. I mean, we've learned so much over it.
Yeah, what I hate now is it's not that the people ask me all the time, like, "Oh, I bet you're glad," because we trade stocks. We talk to people that don't know anything, like, "Oh, I bet you're glad that Trump's in office now." Like, and when you tell them, like, "Hey, I don't give a shit who's in office as long as they're consistent." As far as my trading part, right? Just me. Let's take personal stuff out of it. My trading. Am I better off with Trump now, or was I better off with Biden? I was better off with Biden because the market was consistent.
Yeah, it was a bit more predictable.
We didn't have the whipsaws that we have now. So now, and that's a big thing. Now, I was successful under Trump before, so I can be successful again, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's just we got to.
The music changed.
It definitely changed, yes. Not only changed, I mean, they changed genres. They changed everything. From, ho-hum, country line dance, hey, we're going to do this, to we're going to throw some metal, then we're going to throw a little orchestra, then a little classical. It changes every week, right? I don't know which station you listen to what week.
It's a Monty playlist.
My playlist plays a little everything, but I don't think it plays as much weird stuff as what the Trump administration does. They are. And look, we hadn't had true options in elections in a while.
Yeah.
What I personally feel. I do want to get back to that, but I'm scared that we're so far away from it, we can't get back to it, right?
Is it a winning model for these people?
I mean, we talked about the DeSantis thing. I thought DeSantis would have been a good fit, but I don't, I mean, I don't really know where to go from here now. I think it's going to be, me and Roy had this, I think this might have been pre-market. We both feel it's going to be JD Vance next time, unless Lord help us if Trump does something where he can try to run a third term. I think term limits are great, and I think everything should have a term limit. I still struggle why the Senate and Congress should not have term limits. I think that's the dumbest shit ever. Let's make politicians that are lifetime politicians. That makes all the sense in the world. What can go wrong with that, right?
Right.
Shit. I mean, I don't know, Roy. This is where we're at. I can tell you, when this last election, when they were having the primaries, the Republican primaries, and I made a comment about DeSantis to somebody not in my immediate family, but used to be pretty close. And they got pissed. Like, told me I didn't know what the hell I was doing, didn't know this and other. And then I was like, you own a business, right? Like, yes. And that's why we want to do this. I was like, all right. I make more in a month than you make in a year at your business. I trade this shit daily. Tell me I don't know what's best for my money.
Right.
And they're like, well, this, and other. I was like, you don't know. You're just listening to somebody talk, somebody say what they could do or what they think they're going to do. You don't know shit. I can go back and look. I could look at DeSantis and see this is what DeSantis stood for. Right? Yeah. Right, wrong, or indifferent. He's got a damn record where it shows what he's been for and what he hadn't been for. I like what he's been for. That's why I thought he'd make a good president. I was told I was stupid, didn't know what I was talking about. And I was like, oh, okay. Well, you going to retire with nothing, and then I retire with money, and then we'll see, who was right and who was wrong. I get tired of people, like, it really drives me crazy. And it's the left and right. And I just proved it on the right side there. When people can't sit there and have a conversation, they automatically close you off. It's like, you don't know what you're talking about. Well, shit, I know what I'm talking about. Roy can probably attest to this anything. If I go down a rabbit hole, I'm going to study and know every damn thing about it by the time I get through with it. Right, Roy? I mean, And
you
that just listen to Fox News, just listen to CNN, or just listen to MSNBC. You don't have facts. You have opinions is all you have. News today is opinion. And I am now $560 up in that account. So let's keep ranting. What do you think, boys? I'm just over here trading, making $100 a pop. Fuck it. I don't know anything.
Are there orders to the downside that are
causing? Oh, man, there's orders popping every damn where.
Everywhere, yeah.
Everywhere, yeah. And this is what I get fired up. This is when I get fired up. And then I guess obviously I trade better. So we got to start doing
trade a little bit better
every day. My goal today was to hit $600 in these two accounts. I'm 552, so I need one more trade to get it. So let's see what we can find. I'm sitting there looking at this. I would like it to come up now and test that 85. I don't know if we can get past that 83. 85 would put us right in line with VWAP, and then to see if we could get a rejection there. 83 is probably a little more in line. I just don't know. CVD has come back 10,000 points, since this drop. That's a lot.
Wow.
Yeah. It was up over 10,000. Now here's a little pop. I don't like it. I mean, looking at Tide is getting a little uptick here. So let's wait and see if this uptick could get us to 83, maybe 85. And then look to take a short from there, possibly. You got to be careful. Like, I mean, I said earlier that I was not going to look for shorts, and hell, I've made most of my money off shorts so far. So, oh, CBD just swapped really quick. I don't know what happened. You got your dude talking to you today?
Oh, I paused him. Damn, I forgot about that.
We had crude inventories come out. That shouldn't have popped it like that. We're close to this 85 mark. I really just need $50. So we're going to take a short here at the VWAP rejection and see if it can come down to 80.75. I don't know if it can get there or not. I mean, yeah, 80.7. I need 2 points. It did get a rejection there. I got room to let it play some, so my boy might looking slimmer. I've lost a shit ton of weight, Roy. I just don't eat as much, and hell, there's probably something wrong with me too. Who knows? You gotta go to the doctor to figure that shit out. I've lost like
it's been a stressful summer. It's not been a good summer
for me. Yeah, it's been something.
It's been a stressful summer. Well, the weight you've lost, I found, so that's good.
Well, at least it didn't go to waste, right?
Exactly.
That's one way to look at it.
Who says you don't recycle?
There it is, 606.25 times 2.
Beautiful.
Dirty Harry, thank you. So I love money rants. Yeah, we hadn't had a good one in a while, have we?
Yeah, it's been a minute.
Roy's been holding me back, y'all. He's been trying to censor me.
I have.
Holy shit! I just made $600. There we go.
Okay, there we go.
Perfect timing. I ain't even traded this damn combine I got over here. Roy, I had 2 of those redo, and then I had a damn combine redo too. I forgot about. So we got opportunities to maybe build some shit back up again. This combine, I made $200 yesterday on it. I am taking it slow and easy. I do think I want to take a short to the low. Oh, I got to redo this first. Hold on. I got to redo my settings. My settings, they put me way too far off.
Oh. One of the bad things about the automated traded bot is I have to kill my brackets.
Oh, really?
It's a
Oh, yeah.
global. It's a global setting. So on any trade I do outside of the bot, I have to manually set it, which is actually not terrible. You kind of, it's pretty easy on Top Step. You just drag the guy on there.
And Top Step's not as bad, but yeah, if you had to do some other
Hey,
shit, that would be. You had to use trader weight. My God, I don't think you would actually do it. Trader weight sucks. All right, well, we got that done. We made that money. I got these funded accounts over here that I'm still going back to one lot, which is so strange after I'm trading 5 lots here and then go back to one lot over there. It just feels horrible.
Yeah.
But this thing could go to around that 70 mark, Roy. You got orders sitting down there.
Yeah, I think so. Let me get a little pop back up to 80 though.
Well, you had a pop in your tie, then it look at that volume just went to complete shit real quick.
Yeah.
I think we might get a move down. I took a short in the combine. I'm gonna let it play. I got my stop above. We're gonna risk a little more here. We're gonna give it room to play if it wants to play. And I probably could put it down at that low, my take profit, but this is where I wish I could do a trailing stop with them. They say you can do a trailing stop. I don't know how to do it. There it is. U.S. Treasury Secretary of Business floats rolling out export tax to more industries. Boom, boom, boom. It's like I just said that, wasn't it? Didn't I just say that?
Yeah.
Is Basant, Basant, are you watching us? I hope you are. If you are, can you do your boy a favor and let me know before y'all say some stupid shit?
Basant
Damn, he's gone to negative 1,400.
Basant has the definition of a shit-eating grin. I don't know if you've ever seen him do that forced smile.
Oh, Basant.
Yeah, this is definitely showing a little with the bottom Bollinger Band. I'll flip to mine. It's got a little bit of push, but not showing a lot of health.
I tried to use those, and I'm like, you know what? It just added bullshit to the chart I didn't need, so I took them back off.
Yeah.
I'm actually trying to think about if I should take some of them indicators off my chart.
Not a bad.
I was going to take the 50 off, then I look back and like, Sam, you've been so clutch on a lot of plays. Like, well, maybe I take the 200 off. I'm like, damn, you've been so clutch on a lot of plays. I like my ribbon, my 821 ribbon I got. I love it just because I can glance and see. Look, here's the crazy. Everybody's like, well, I need to know momentum. You know where your momentum's going, but when you can actually see the cross and then you see the red, you don't have to look like I don't have to see where I can glance up. I see red. All right, I know where the downtrend, right? Your EMAs are pointing down. Your VWAP, it is curved. It's pointing down. Your anchor VWAP. I mean, well, look at mine real quick. I just want to show you I got something. I'm in a trade, so I'm down low. Yeah. I was looking at like, I need to get rid of this 50. Well, look what this 50 did this morning.
Yeah.
Just held, right? That was it. Then it finally broke, retested, and dropped. Okay. But was it a 50 or was it VWAP? Let's look back. Let's cover. All right. Here's a 200, right? Should I get rid of 200? Well, there's 250 on top of each other. Could I have killed one of these? Probably. I don't know. Sometimes we get too much sensory overload. Like, here we go. We're going. Let's see. I want to get rid of this 14, but look at it, right? A lot of time, that 14, that's the midpoint. Now, if I could do a ribbon that had a midpoint built into it already, I would not have to have that one on there, but there's not one that does that.
Right.
Like if you look at my TradingView chart, it's a little cleaner, but hell, I say it's cleaner. I got more shit on here than I do over here. I don't know. I'm struggling back and forth either way. So, what do you think, Roy?
Sorry. Bullard, remember him? Fed Governor Bullard. He's talking now.
Well, thanks for listening to me.
I was listening. The headline just hit. As far as I don't think you have a problem with indicators, to be honest. I think you have more of just we just have sometimes rage risk parameters that we need to sort out.
Well, no, it's not a. It wasn't a indicator problem with like, hey, I'm over trading off indicators. Mm-hmm. It's hey, let me get rid of these because I like looking at a clean chart.
Yeah,
but I like to have something on my chart. Does that make sense?
Yeah, no, it makes sense. It depends on what you're gonna make the decision off of, right? So let's say you clean up your trading or your TopX chart, but if you're using your TradingView chart to make the decision, you see what I mean? Like at some point,
I have a lot of times I will clean off my TradingView chart and have just my stuff that I want on there. I take off the 200, the VWAP, all that's off, right? Because I want to look at a clean chart without looking at all that. I can add some different stuff, and a lot of times you'll look at my Top Step X, you look at my TradingView, and to look so similar, to have so much different shit on both of them, right?
Yeah,
it's crazy. So no, it's not a point. I like having these on there because, like, let's say you're thinking about going short, right? And you're right at this 200. You're going to wait for it to break, which only thing it does, it gives you added confirmation. I think that's a good thing.
Yeah.
I think when we have a problem, and we've done this before, was like, oh, it's the 8, it's got to bounce to take it long.
Right.
Well, that can't be the only reason you're taking a spot there. And that's what I think we all need to get better at is, I see it in our chat a lot, like, oh man, I took it right off VWAP. Okay, well, what was your other reason? I'm talking to myself if I'm thinking that too. Like, was there anything else that told me that it was going to bounce off VWAP? That's why if you heard me today, you heard me say, hey, if it comes here and it bounces off the 8, I'm going to take a long because I want to see confirmation that it's going to hold. And I did. I got my quick money out of it, got out of it. I think that's what we got to do better at as far as entries and exits, and why we're doing what we're doing is because we look here and we see, hey, all right, so let's say it comes up and test VWAP, all right, is that a place to go short? Possibly. I look at Bookmap, all right, I see orders sitting right above VWAP, right? So okay, well, that says as long as those orders hold there, that's another good entry. You can look, it's on a downtrend. You got to add 3 or 4 layers to it. And the thing that I think a lot of people struggle with, and why a lot of times you see the, hey, I just want, this, that I took a long here, took a short there, is because you're trying to simplify that process by looking at one thing to do it when you go back and look at your trades, like, all right, well, why did I take that short there? Well, the reason I took this short here, one, it was a combine. I like this level here. Look at this zone. It came down, broke below this little whole consolidation zone right here that I was telling Roy about this morning. Look at all these wicks. So there's orders all here. We came through it, bounced back up, came back down. Did we clean these up? I don't think so. You have that. You have, I looked at Bookmap. Tide was coming down. Had a few reasons why I took it. I could have waited and got a better entry up here, yes, but I take a little more chances on the combine than I probably should. But also, if you notice, I'm giving it a lot of room to move.
Yeah.
It's not like I'm getting in it and I'm putting my stop right here. I'm getting more room. And I'm going to be honest with you. If it breaks up above this, I'm going to cut it before you ever get there anyway, if I'm paying attention to it. So,
right.
But I just think overall, looking, the odds are that I think we're going to go down more. Book map, CVD is negative. All your big orders are mostly to the downside now. Tide is trending down for the most part. You're having spikes up in here or there, but overall it's trending down. You got your EMA clusters trending down. I mean, I just gave 4 valid reasons why I think it's going to go short. Why I get it into place. So I didn't just get in it short. Like, oh, well, everything's moving down. I got to get it short here.
Yeah.
All right. Well, it's about time to call it. Anybody got any questions? Go from that to it's over. Appreciate you guys being here. We
appreciate it. Thank you for the patience yesterday. Sorry we couldn't stream. That was on me.
That's all. It's both of us. We're a team here.
Yeah. Yeah. Getting a little pop here. Does it break the 80? Then come back down?
Yeah, I just don't. I mean, until tide turns on us, I don't like it, right? I mean, let's look. Let's see what we're talking about here. Whoa, that's a cluster. Let's update it, right? That is not the tide I'm looking at, by the way. Mine's update over here. All right. So if you can see, you got your volumes kind of trending up a little bit, but overall, we're in a pretty much downward move. The biggest part, your put premiums are staying above. Your call premiums are going down. We're going down again. Let's look at holdings. We'll go through the whole gamut. Holdings a little different story. But here's your problem. If this turns down and starts to come down, well, this is going to go worse, right? Yeah. Look at general market tide. General market tide is you had your put premiums finally go above. You can see what's holding the market up here, right? Yeah. That is slim pickings right there holding the market up, to be honest with you. But this is a big boy, right? That's a big boy. That's a big boy. I mean, we got some big boys playing in here, right? So where is I thought I would see United Healthcare on here today, Ron. I don't.
Yeah, no, I'm surprised. I'm surprised not to see it.
But overall, look, we're going to talk about it. So SP500, we're still up. That big move down, we're still positive on the day. Think about that. Dow Jones is positive. Where is? Why don't they show the NQ on here? Anyway, here we go. So see that volume starting to tick back down. And look, we could chop around here forever.
Yeah.
I'm not saying we don't, but I like it. There's orders that say, oh, honestly, this should be probably right around here. But if I was going to move to the low over here, you can see what we got. If we break down here, right? We got a cluster here. Let's just draw it out. You got a zone there to get down. You can see we came down, tested, and then I'm going to take this one off. I know where it's at. I'll get it back. If we drop that. You got this one. So you see we got a lot to go through to get down to where my take profit is. And you got these levels that are in between, not just zones, but you got levels in between them. But you can see why I'm looking at these zones. See all this consolidation zone here? You can see we've come down, tested and bounced, tested and bounced. So if you look, I'm saying it's going to be the same way. This is a consolidation zone I looked at here. Well, look, it's been resistance, right? And it broke through, came back as support. I look for support resistance. There's a million ways to draw levels and zones. If you want to draw zones, this is going to be a quick tutorial. Let's hide all those. Go to like the 15 or 30-minute chart. And then look for your consolidation zones. Draw levels off your consolidation zones. This is where the odds are you're going to get stuck when you're moving one way or the other. So that's what we're looking for. The reason I would draw a zone here, I would look for this to come down to support. And if it breaks down, then, well, you got another one right here you're looking at. Get it a little further out here on the 15 or the 30-minute. And if you want to find your levels, the best way to find your levels, clear your chart of everything. I won't hide all. Sorry. clear everything, and then come mark your levels. We're in an uptrend. So starting here, I'm going to go take every higher high. There's a high, high, and just mark them off. And then that gives you levels to look at to come back down. Support, resistance, all that good stuff. And this, once you get these drawn, you'll come over here and it'll look a little different off your charts. Just adjust it to your bubble, your wicks, because you're not catching all those wicks on that line chart, but you are catching your highs, and that's what you're looking for. And you're looking for a higher high, right? So you want to see once that breaks and structure's broke, right? Then we can look to take stair steps back down. Roy, did you have me saying structure on your? That was on your bingo card.
Yeah, my Wednesday bingo card didn't have that for sure.
We will we'll look, and I want to get Roy. I would love to do some more like educational videos, and we might slow down streams eventually where we're doing more education videos. I do love getting on here and talking to you guys, especially when you guys are talking back. It makes it fun to trade, and it gives me a reason to rant. And in all honesty, when I go on a rant and I make good money, it's because I'm not thinking. I'm just looking and reacting and still talking to you guys. So it takes some of the bullshit out. So that's where we're at. But this trade, I mean, I would not be surprised unless something drastic happens somewhere or another, which you do have Trump speaking here or doing an announcement in 15 minutes. So being in this trade is probably one of the dumbest things I've done today. But it's the combine, and I can make this back tomorrow, no problem. This is my only trade I'm taking today. So either I make good money or I lose a little money, one or two. So that is it. That's all I got. Roy, thank you, sir. I appreciate you being here.
Thank you
guys for being here.
We'll see you guys tomorrow. So thank you guys.
Yep. Good luck the rest of the day. Everybody stay safe. Get out of your trades in the next 10, 12 minutes before you talk. Because shit, who knows what's coming. I say that, and if this thing moves decent, I'll move it down to break even, and we'll leave it there. But all good. But anyway, thank you guys. We will see you guys tomorrow.